Okay, y'all, so somebody go check on Solange because I know she's out here flipping the table. Now, if you have not heard, Solange's son Juelz and Tommie Lee are dating. They were actually out on a date yesterday, and 41-year-old Tommie Lee posted 21-year-old Juelz on her Snapchat.
Type of shit you do when you like somebody.
It's my baby. So fine.
It's hard to be fine. I said it's hard to be fine when you got some money on your back.
Still fine.
You struggling, babe? I told you. Oh, wait. Now we gotta go get this nigga out of jail.
Hey.
It's been a crazy weekend.
Oh, baby, I don't even want you coming here.
Man. I'm game. We gonna see you in a minute. Free Grace. We be back in the morning.
Nah, no bullshit.
Oh, we gonna go to Publix to get a chicken tender sandwich.
I'll take that nigga to go get some
Damn.
Mind you, Tommie Lee is 41, and I really think she's older than that. And Solange is 39, so Juelz is dating someone older than his mama. And Tommie, girl, you are not gonna be welcomed into that family. Now, I don't know what Tommie is up to, but you can't pay me to believe that she is genuinely interested in Juelz. He is a handsome young man, but he is 20 years younger than her. So I'm wondering, what is it that she is trying to gain from this situation? Maybe it's clout, maybe it's attention, or maybe she's trying to see how much money she can get from him. But girl, leave that little boy alone, okay? But y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation in the comments below. Moving on to the next story. Okay, you guys, so we have more detail as to why Mama Tina's gumbo got shut down at the rodeo. Now, the rodeo was trying to save face for Mama Tina. They reported that it was a clerical issue, but the Houston Health Department quickly let it be known that it was because of a customer complaint. So a woman basically complained that she got food poisoning from Mama Tina's gumbo. She was throwing up blood. It was just a lot, okay? But now we're getting more detail as to what possibly could have caused that alleged food poisoning. So KPRC2, which is a news station in Houston, reported just in, health inspectors found thawed seafood and food being stored in non-food grade orange buckets. According to records obtained by KPRC2, when a woman reported getting sick after eating Mama Tina's gumbo, the customer said she had chills and was throwing up blood before health inspectors found multiple violations, which led to the temporary closure of the Houston Rodeo Gumbo shop. But let's break down why those buckets are so important, because some people are thinking they are just buckets. So there are two versions of those orange 5-gallon buckets, and they look exactly alike, but one is food grade and the other one isn't. So the non-food grade ones are made with industrial plastic that is not designed to come in contact with food, meaning those chemicals can actually leak directly into whatever food you are storing in those containers. And when you're talking about seafood, specifically shrimp and crab, that's already one of the most sensitive foods you can work with, that spoils fast. Even under the best conditions, the last thing you need is to have any chemicals bleeding into that. So now you've got chemicals potentially bleeding into the food, and on top of that, they had no temperature logs, y'all. No documentation showing how the gumbo was being cooled or even how long it set at what temperature. And the shrimp and crabs that were labeled keep frozen were no longer frozen when the inspectors arrived. So it's not just one thing, it's the wrong containers, plus improper temperature control, plus no paper trail to prove anything was being handled safely. All of that together is how somebody ends up in the hospital throwing up blood, just like the woman who reported them to the health department. And if you're not caught up on the story, you can watch my video that I did reporting the young lady who was the reason behind the health department being called out. Now, on top of that, they were under hot water because they were supposed to be making the gumbo at a restaurant nearby that had been approved by the health department, but they found out that they were not making that gumbo at that location, y'all. They were making the gumbo at a completely different location that the health department knew nothing about. After they got shut down, they completely changed their whole process. They swapped out the refrigerator trailer for a freezer trailer and started making the gumbo fresh on site every single morning instead of pre-making it off site. And to be honest, I have to admit, I don't have no problem with Mama Tina, but I am disappointed that they took something so lightly that could easily cause death. Seafood is nothing to play with. You cannot be lazy or nonchalant when storing seafood. So hopefully they learn from this. Again, it might not even really be Mama Tina. Maybe it's her staff. I don't know, but her name is on it. So she is going to be held responsible for this. And to be honest, I highly doubt we will get another Mama Tina's gumbo at the rodeo next year because the name has already been tainted. Nobody wants to try her gumbo anymore because they feel like they're gonna get sick. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. What do you think about it coming out that Mama Tina and her team were very nonchalant with keeping that food up to standard? Y'all let me know what you think in the comments below. That's all I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.
There's no reason why in 2026 I'm scrolling down my social media and I'm seeing a video of Tommie Lee and Juelz, Solange's son, together. Same Tommie Lee who's damn near 50 years old, who has a child, a daughter who's about the same age as Juelz. Everyone is so clouded out, and the bitches are trying to secure a rich man so bad that they'll go after a 20-year-old. It's the same thing with the men with these streamers. Everyone is trying to show off so bad that they're over here flying out 20-year-olds. This is what people were talking about when they said there's a propaganda, there's an agenda that they're trying to make us be okay with. There's pimp culture, there's escort culture. That when we see videos of Tommie Lee, again, who's damn near 50, and Juelz, who's 20 years old, together, we're laughing. We think it's entertainment. This is the grooming and manipulation that people were talking about.
Excuse me, but where is Juelz' daddy at? Where's Solange at? I mean, I know that man is, I know he's 21, 22. He's the same age as my youngest sister, right? Regardless of everything else that has been going on, bump that shit. I mean, that's important too, but bump that shit. Well, I'm seeing videos of him and Tommie Lee from Love and Hip Hop, who's older than his mother. Solange is my age. Tommie Lee is older than me. Talk about something, my baby. They kissing and all this stuff. How the fuck did they pass cross? This nigga tarnishing the brand. This nigga is tarnishing the brand, bitch. How did that happen? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You know, the kids be growing up with silver spoons in their mouths and they be want to be ghetto so bad. They want to be hood and down with the clique so bad. Bitch, we done seen this story already with King Harris. Now we about to see it with Solange's son. Damn, bitch. Mind y'all, Solange cool with JT, which I'm not even, and maybe that's where it is, cause she cool with JT and Chief Keef, but that's on the difference. She ain't fucking them. These motherfuckers is actually doing something. What the fuck is Tommie Lee doing? She's a fucking bird, bitch. She's an old druggy bird. Like, I don't, wow. He want to be his own person so bad. I mean, I guess. Baby, don't catch nothing. That's all I'm going to say. Don't catch nothing and don't let that bitch try to trap you because she still could possibly be fertile. Okay? Don't. And Daniel Smith Senior, get your son. Okay? Where you at? I know you working over there in Rock Nation and all that shit. Put the rock down and come over here and talk to your son. Sit that motherfucker down a little bit. You know. Whew, where Mama Tina at? Because he listens to her. Mama Tina, get you on the line right about now, because I don't understand what's going on. We living in the fucking Twilight Zone, bitch. Tommie Lee of all people. I'm okay with birds, but that bird, that is one unstable nest, okay? Get that bitch up out of here.